Hello, this is Akiko Sudano from StampinInTheMeadows.com in Downingtown, Pennsylvania. And today I'm going to be bringing you a card made with this beautiful new stamp set, and it's got some coordinating dies, and it's called the Irresistible Blooms, and it's a bundle. And this will be available on March 1st. So that's just a couple weeks away. It's just about a week and a half away. So that'll be nice, and it's a beautiful bundle. Let me check here first where I am and make sure everything is okay so that I can see comments. Okay, here we go. Here's my live. And okay, all right. Thank you, Karen, for joining me, and thank you so much for joining me today. So this is the Irresistible Blooms bundle, and this will be available on March 1st. And this is what I like about this bundle is you've got these pretty flowers and stuff, but these sentiments are just gorgeous. I really love them. They're just so fancy and feminine and frilly, and I just love those sentiments. And they're pretty useful sentiments. The dies that coordinate with this, you've got this really pretty dot and stripe pattern and stuff, dotted line kind of things, and this large die has got a circle, but if you look closely, like right up here, you'll see that this is going to cut an inside pattern. So it's gonna stay stuck to the outside panel that you cut. So if you cut like a square, you're going to have like a square panel with a circle on the inside. And this is going to be great for if you want to make like shaker cards with a piece of where you cut this panel and then lay a piece of acetate underneath it so that you can see all of these pretty line and dotted pattern things. This is just so pretty. I really love that. And then the other item, there's a couple more items that, but one of the items that I picked up, before I go through the designer series paper, let me show you these pretty gems. And I said that they were like shaker cards that, so you could, if you made a shaker card, you could use these little gems, and there's pink and yellow, and then the blues are Pretty Peacock and Lost Lagoon. So those are retired colors from Stampin' Up, and so so there's a lot of speculation. Are they going to be bringing those colors back? Nobody really knows yet. They're keeping it pretty close to the vest, but these are pretty, and these would be pretty inside with some sequins in a shaker card. Or I've also tried to figure out whether or not I just put a little piece of a glue dot in the back of these, and I was able to use these. So you could do that as well. Use these as embellishments for your card. So I put that together. So let's go through this gorgeous designer series paper. This is called the Hello Irresistible Designer Series paper. And let me go over the colors. There's Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo, Lost Lagoon, Paddle Pink, Pretty Peacock, and Soft Seafoam. So if you still have some Lost Lagoon or Pretty Peacock Designer Series paper, you could coordinate those with these designs. But then also I found out, and I'm going to be using Soft Succulent today, and I also found out that if you see here, the Soft Succulent looks pretty good with that as well. So if you've got Soft Succulent, then you can use that with these designer series papers. So the first one, and I use this this paper for my card today, and it's got this pretty I guess check pattern on the back with the pinks and yellows all over the place. And then this is the gorgeous the gorgeous floral greenery scenery and stuff. And this is in the greens that they showed. And this is the same pattern that I used in the card that I posted on my blog today, but it's just done in a different colorway. You can see that there. So the back of this has got that beautiful line with the dot pattern in the blues and greens. And then one of the colors is soft sea foam, so you've got this gorgeous leafy pattern with the soft sea foam, and then a polka dotted background with soft sea foam in white. And one of the things that you notice with the stamp set is you've got this wonderful spatter stamp that's pretty, it's a pretty good size, so I think that that will be good with a lot of different items that you want to spatter with, and you've got that same spatter on the designer series paper here. So we've gone through these three patterns, and then I used some of this today for the card that I'm going to be showing you, and this has got the leaves, and all of these leaves can be die cut with the coordinating dies. You've got the triple leaf die here, the double leaf die here, and then this tiny one will cut these dies with these patterns with the three leaves. And I love it when you can cut the designer series paper. And here you've got some lines. That's a cute pattern too. And this is an all over leaf pattern, also in the greens with this pretty background. And so this would be good to stamp some flowers on, or use for leaves or anything like that. And then you've got the same stripes with the dots in the pinks and yellows, and more of the watercolor background. And here's that check background in the greens and whites, and all the various shades of the greens in the background here. And this is that pink version that I used in my card that I posted today, and this is the back of that one. And then you've also got this pretty pattern with all the flowers, and I think that some of these flowers could also be cut with the dies in the stamp set. But what I like about this is that this looks like it's been white embossed on like a watercolor wash background, and so this is pretty, and this would make a pretty card all by itself as well. And you've got more of the wash with the pinks and yellows on the background, and some green and yellow. That's really pretty. And then you've got the background with the spatter, and then the green stripes. And I think I showed you this one already. And then this is the one. Now I cut a lot of these flowers for my card today, and the background of that has got that pretty check pattern. So let me go ahead and get started with making the card, because these are the new products, and this is going to be available on March 1st. And the idea with this release on March 1st is that Stampin' Up! Is coming out with what they call their online exclusives. And these are going to be products that you can only purchase online. They're not going to be in any catalogs. And sometimes they're going to be only available while supplies last, and sometimes they're going to be reordering them. And a lot of the mechanics of we demonstrators don't really know yet, so we're anxiously awaiting for it to come out and that product line to get started. But one of the things that we know is that this is just a beautiful, these products are just so beautiful. So what I've done is I've cut a panel of the I guess the checked, it's not really a plaid, but I want to call it a plaid, and then a panel of the dotted stripe paper, and I'm going to adhere the dotted stripes to the check panel. And I will have all of the sizes. I'll write this up in my blog tomorrow, and I'll have all the sizes in my blog for you tomorrow. So I'm going to adhere the stripe to the side just with liquid glue here. And I'm going to check the back, make sure I've got this on fairly straight. That looks good. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to adhere. You can see the background, the pretty flowers in the background there. But I'm going to adhere this to a Saffron mat. So this is the chalk panel is cut 1/8 of an inch smaller than the Saffron mat. Going to adhere this with liquid glue and then just kind of center it on there. And then I've got a Flirty Flamingo card base. And I haven't decided whether I want to adhere it with adhere it flat or adhere it with dimensionals onto the card base. So I think what I'll do is I'll adhere it with dimensionals. But let me go ahead and start to build up the card. Now, hello, Joan. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me see. Did I get anybody else? Thank you. So I have another piece of the dotted paper for the bottom. Now, when I cut this floral panel, there's some flowers that are kind of cut off on the ends, but I'm going to go ahead, and I went ahead and I cut those out, and I'm going to go ahead and adhere those to the bottom, and I'm going to take those two first, and I'm just going to adhere those with a little bit of liquid glue. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some flowers on this seam here. So this is going to be a simple card design where I really am using the Pretty Designer Series paper and just utilizing these end pieces so that I can just be more efficient and less wasteful, I guess. So I'll put these guys on first. And so my idea is that you've got the details in the back here, and then it'll be you'll have a panel of flowers here. And I think I'm going to take this one and adhere this like this with liquid glue, and I want to just stick it in the center here, like I guess like this. And then I want to tuck in some leaves as well. So I'm going to take, I die cut the leaves, so I'm going to take this guy and just adhere this with liquid glue and just fill up this panel with a pretty floral design. And so I want to kind of balance my greens so that I have some all over the place. No, and then with when I cut the greens out also, that you had the same thing with the flowers on the end. So I cut that out, and I can use this one to just add another leaf on the bottom here, like this, because that's a partial. And then that just extends the design a little further in that direction. So then let's see here. I need some more green up here to balance the color. Like that. I think that's good. I think I want to put another one here. Yeah, we'll do that. And then we'll add some more flowers. I'm not quite sure if we're going to add how many it's going to be. Well, you know what? I'm going to put the glue on this guy. I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to hold off on him. And let's get one of these flowers. I'll stick a yellow one here, and I'm going to adhere this guy with some dimensionals. So I'll put, how many should I add here? So that I get a little bit of dimension in the card. There we go. And then I can just tuck this guy like right up in here. That's good. And then, let's see, do I want a yellow flower or a pink flower? I think, stick another, maybe this pink one. Yeah, let's do that one right here. And we'll put this guy on with dimensionals as well. My little half dimensionals. And before I put this on, I wonder, I'll turn him this way. I think I want to stick another leaf, but question is, do I want to stick it like, I think that like that would be good. So I'll need to tuck him underneath there. And yeah, I'll do this way, right there. So we won't have a lot of him showing. Oh, what if I tuck him from the top? How's that? Yeah, I think that looks good. Yeah, I like that better because then I have a little bit more green. And then with each of these leaves, you've got so many different, because of the watercolor wash in the background of the paper, you've got so many different color backgrounds. It's really, really pretty. Oh, hi, Amy. Thank you so much for joining me. Just doing a simple little card here. So this has I've got my dimensionals on here already, and I'll just put this flower on. So some of them are glued on, some of them are placed with dimensionals, so that it's just basically utilizing all these pretty flowers that you're able to die cut from the pretty designer series paper. And I think that's where I'm gonna leave it, but I think I want just another little bit of green right here. So I've got these a couple of these little flowers, and I want to save, not flowers, these little leaves. I want to save one for the inside of the card, but I'm gonna take a little one and just stick it, just to get a little bit of green right here coming out of that flower. And there we go. Okay, so then I decided I wanted to pop this on my card front with dimensional, so let's go ahead and do that now. Cover the back with dimensionals here, and then we'll clean it off and remove the covers there. This is such pretty paper. It's a pretty set. So bring my little trash bowl here. To help contain my dimensional covers, so I don't find them all over the house. There we go. One more. I think that's everybody. That's everything. So like I said, I have a Flirty Flamingo card base, and we'll pop this on the Flirty Flamingo card base. Try to get it even. And it's hard with all the shadows. That's good enough. All right. Now, I went ahead and I stamped this sentiment from the stamp set, and I stamped this in Versamark ink, and I embossed it in gold, because what I want to do is add a touch of gold, and I'm going to adhere this on with dimensionals. But before I do that, I want to take the gold twine from the Simply Elegant trim, and I want to make kind of like a bow underneath this. Now, one of the things that I have had problems with recently is that having a hard time getting my bows to not poke through my labels. So because the knots, getting the knots flat enough. So I'm going to try to make kind of a faux bow by putting a couple of pieces of liquid glue down here. Not liquid glue, a couple of glue dots on the thing here. Where I'm gonna, and this is gonna be covered up by the label, and just attach my gold twine so that it looks like a bow, like this. So that looks kind of like a bow, and then just trim that like this. Oh, come on, curl pretty. May need to trim that some more, and then we'll adhere the right on top of it like that. So let's see, maybe my dimensionals are best put on the card base here, and then I can put my label on top of that like that, and then I want to cover this little guy so that he doesn't stick. There we go. I think that's good enough. So I'll cover this up, pull these covers off, and let's just get this on straight. Get everything on the label. Now this die is from the Potted Succulents die, and I liked it because it's got all the little scallops on the edge and all the curves, and so it's really kind of frilly, and it goes well with the pretty flowers like that. So that is, I think that's good. And then finally, I want to use these beautiful new pastel, the gold ones, the pastel sequins, to add a little bit more gold to the card, so that and then you've got, with these sequins, you've got two sizes. You've got the small and the large, and I'm not quite sure yet what sizes. We'll use probably both. You know what? Let's use, these are going to be kind of flat, and they're not going to, so we can use a big one up here because they are flat. And should we add one to the center of the flower? Yeah, I think let's add to the center of the flowers, the little ones. I think that's good enough. And let's see, let's add some more. And another one right here, and then another big one right on here by the label, or up here. Yeah, let's add another one right there. Okay, so I think that's good. You can add as many as you like all over the place. I think it would be pretty, but I think that's good for my card front. So for the inside of the card, let's do some stamping. And I've got the sentiment. It says, I like you. And then for the inside, we're going to use the sentiment. I couldn't be happier to have you as a friend. So it'll be a nice little friendship card. And we're going to stamp this in soft succulent ink. And hopefully I'm getting it straight. Hopefully I'm not upside down. I think that's a little bit. Let's try this again. it's getting a little bit more saturated. Actually, that was pretty straight, so that was sad. And we'll just hold it for a little bit. It's okay. It kind of goes with the washed out look of everything. But see how well the soft succulent looks with the pretty peacock and the Lost Lagoon. And I think that one of the reasons is that the soft seafoam has a lot of yellow in it, and it really, really helps to balance out the strong blues in those other two teal colors. But it's like, what else is on the horizon in the future? So put the, I love this design. So we'll put a little strip of this on the bottom. Liquid goo, oh, that's got to be straightened out. There we go. There we go. And trim the excess off. Cover up my ink pad and have another little leaf. And so what we'll do is just add just a little touch of liquid glue to the back of that. And did I get it? There we go. And add it next to the sentiment right here. Just a little bit so that it's not on the, there we go. And so we've got lots of extra flowers and extra leaves that we cut off. And let's see if yeah, okay, good. Had the grandkids over and they were playing with my Stampin' seal. So I tried to stick it all back on, and wasn't sure how it was going to work. But it did. So that's all is good. So put this on the inside of the card. And like that. Okay. Now, one of the things is that this has got a little bit of a ridge, so I'm going to just use my bone folder to push that down, because that was the underside. We used the second side. So that's the inside of the card, and that's the outside. And then I love these designs where you have all the flowers in a row, and it's just I think a simple classic design. But that's my card for today. I hope you liked it, and definitely consider getting this this set when it comes out on March 1st, and be on the lookout in my online store for that. And next week, I am probably not going to be able to be here because I'm going to end up making a trip back to Pennsylvania, because I'm in Tucson again today, but I'll be going back to Pennsylvania. So I'll probably end up missing a couple of weeks of Facebook Live. But thank you so much for joining me, and have a great week, everybody. Bye-bye. Thank you so much. Bye.